right, personal news first. Business is starting to take off, though we still are obviously always in a financial struggle. Um, like today, I had 4 photo shoots. Tomorrow, I have 3 photo shoots. Between the 2 days, it's almost $2,000 worth of work. If we can continue to have weeks like that, where I have 2 or 3 days where I'm just totally out doing photos. And Monday and Tuesday we were busy too. I had a wedding this weekend, so the season has started. The pressure is off a little bit. Here you can see in the background, this is my website and some of the work that I've done. Yeah, we've had some fun. There's some drone pictures. It's Florida. I miss that place. There's we've been doing work for construction people. We've been doing work for apartment complexes. There's an apartment complex there. Condo associations. It's been a good run. So anyway, yeah. So that's going well. Also, I wanted to say that I want to say thank you for all you guys who have donated tanks to my channel. Mitsu gave me the CDC, which you'll see in a little bit. The Type 54 Mod 1 came from Wallace, who also gave me the 1357 Girlfriend and the IS-6. So he's been a huge donor on this channel. And the reason why that really helps us a lot is because every time you guys get me premium tanks, it allows me to review a tank that people are interested in spending money on. And so they're going to go to YouTube to find out how the tank plays. And that's obviously how our channel grows. So when people come to look at the reviews, I know you guys like to watch the Replay Fevers and you guys like the 2X Tuesdays, but really the reviews of premium tanks are what make my channel successful. And if you look at my analytics, my #1 viewed video is some stupid helicopter review I did. but the #2 video is the World of Tanks contest. Where am I going with this? #3 is the Jag Tiger 88. #4 is the Panther M10. All these tanks that we've done reviews for on my channel are the most watched ones, especially the Tier 8 premiums. Those tanks are the ones that I can't really afford to buy all the time, but they're the ones that bring the most views because people are spending a decent amount of money and they want to see, they want to see Jingles play them and they want to see Quickie Baby play them. But I want them, I want to offer them my playing them too because I'm not Quickie Baby and I don't have 11,000 damage games. So anyway, that is the personal portion of the update. Things are going well now. Stress is off a little bit. Summer's here. The leaves are coming out. We're starting to get a ton of work. However, that does also mean that the channel will be slowing down a hair. And the reason why is because obviously, like tonight, it's 7 o'clock. I just came in. I'm getting ready to eat dinner. By the time I get done with dinner, it's going to be 7:30, 8 o'clock. I have to come upstairs. I've got 2 houses worth of photos that I have to get done. I did 2 shoots today for houses that have to be turned around tonight. So by the time I get finished with those, it's going to be 11 o'clock, maybe midnight. Then I have to get up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning because I have a drone shoot in Massillon at 9. So with the work comes less time for me to play. So if you see my videos kind of drop off in frequency, it's not because I'm giving up on the channel, but when we're in the summer season, I get crazy. Work comes first. So anyway, I'm going on to go to the next section of the view. We have some news from World of Tanks that I want to share with you. First of all, we have this really cool premium shot bundle thing here for those of you that are willing to spend money. T-3485, Cromwell B, IS-2 Soviet, not the Chinese version, but the Soviet version, and the ISU-122S. From everything that I've read online, people are very upset by these tanks because they actually are better, or at least on line with the tanks of that tier, that kind of violates their premium policy. However, that being said, these tanks are only going to be available for a week. So you have an opportunity to buy a pretty decent tank. Now, some things I've noticed, like on the Rudy, it's got 3 less gun depression than the normal T-3485. It also has 100 less horsepower. Well, that's going to make a difference because mobility is a fairly large deal on the T-3485. So if you're lacking mobility, you're going to have to make up with it using crew skills, and you're going to have to make up with it using maybe like high octane fuel, and you're still probably going to be short of what the actual performance of the T-3485 is. So, from what I'm reading online, that's true of all of these tanks. They're all a bit slower than their counterparts. But I've also read that the guns are better on most of them, or the same, if not better. So, it's hard to say which one's a great deal for you. I think probably the best deal in the group, though you don't get any gold, is I'll take them all. Because if you figure $80, okay, so this is $75, but let's figure $80. That's $20 a tank, plus you're getting 30 days of premium time. That is not bad for tanks that are all Tier 6 or higher. I mean, these are all Tier 6 or higher premiums. Usually Tier 6 premiums run $18 to $35. Some of them are Tier 7. So I think the IS and the ICU or ISU is those are both Tier 7 tanks. In fact, I'm positive they are. So really, this is not a bad deal to get them in this group. If you're paying $20 a tank, you're probably saving, I don't know, 7 to 10%, maybe more on the price. So, if you want just one of them, you're really hot to get, Rudy, or really wanting to dive into Soviet sensation here with the IS-2. Well, it's kind of expensive, but not bad, because you're getting a lot of gold. I mean, 4,200 gold with this guy, with both of these guys, around 4,000 gold with these, and then almost 3,000, 2,500, almost 3,000 with this guy. It's still not a bad deal. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. If you guys don't know, these are going to be on sale for a week. So I'm putting this up there on Thursday, May 7th. It ends in 2 weeks on the 15th. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday. We'll look at our calendar here. Where did my little calendar go? Oh, here. So today's the 7th, 8th, 9th. So next Friday, basically. So you have a week and a couple days to pick one or all of them up. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that I get my YouTube check, because if I do, I'm going to definitely be buying this pack. Otherwise, life goes on. We have other expenses in life, so I won't be able to get these. But it's not the end of the world. I already have all of these tanks. Obviously, this is the only one that's not represented, but I own these two. I'm almost up to the Cromwell, so they're not premium, but they're fine. So it's not the end of the world if I don't get them, but I do want them just because they're collector's items, just like the Fury and the Girls Tractor. Anyway, all right. Other news. News piece number 2. Mitsu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited about this tank. Now, the only thing I'm not excited about is that I'm going to have to run it with a crappy crew. I did train them up to 75%. But I can't run the vents because I really want the vertical stabilizer, and I really want the gun rammer, and you got to have a wet ammo rack for this tank because it's 30-20-20. So I mean, there's no armor whatsoever. But I've played this tank on the test server. If you guys watch that video, I absolutely love this tank. In fact, on the test server, I had my best game, and I know there's guys out there that watch this channel that are way better than me that are laughing at this, but for me, it was a high point. I actually had a 4,975 damage battle in this tank, which is the highest score that I've ever had. It also was the highest experience, though I don't remember what the number was. But it beat my current high experience in the actual game. I love this tank. It is just a performer. I really like the fast tanks as I'm getting used to playing the Girlfriend. And I was also, some of these faster speed tanks that I'm trying to get used to anyway. I'm really enjoying the fast tanks that have good guns and no armor, but they're okay because they're little. People compare this to the FCM50T. Let me tell you, this tank is a lot easier to hide and hull down than the FCM50T. The FCM50T has a giant rear end. As you can see here, the difference. It's much harder to get the FCM50T behind a rock. The Chasseur is a much, I don't want to say it's a smaller tank because it's still a big tank, but compared to like, let's see, what would a comparison be? Let's see. We're going to look at all mediums. So if we were going to throw in our well, like this guy. Boop. Oh, I didn't gold paint him? What the heck? What was I thinking? I'll have to gold paint him. So the T54 mod versus the Chasseur. The Chasseur is like twice the size, but it's faster. Out of all the medium premium tanks, I feel like, at least that I've played so far, and I've played all of the new ones on the test server and just in the regular game, people letting me borrow them and so forth. This is the best of them. It is really a performer, and it's hard to get used to because, like I said, it has no armor. It's super soft, but if you play this tank right, you're going to have some very big games. They're not all going to be big, but I am looking forward to playing this tank. I haven't even run it yet, so I'm a little afraid to start with it because of the crappy crew, but it's good news. Then the other news, of course, if you guys saw last week, I posted a video featuring this guy. This is from Wallace, my godfather, and the channel godfather, who has been a contributor. And basically, it is a T44 with a T54, some upgrade towards the T54. Basically, more armor and less speed is what you're dealing with. Now, I'm really enjoying this tank too. So it bounces shots. The turret armor is insane. Now, you can tell people are golding you because they will penetrate, but in general, you bounce a lot of shots. And if you keep the front of the tank to them and keep angled and keep moving, they're going to have a very difficult time penetrating the front of this tank. Now, the gun isn't as good as the T44's gun. There's little teeny stats that are slightly different, and that includes accuracy and also, I believe, aim time is a little bit slower. So it's contemporary, but it's not quite. Here we got 2.6 and a 3.8 dispersion. On the T44, we're looking at a 2.3, 3.5 dispersion. Those two numbers, they don't sound like much of a difference, but it really does make a difference. So, you know, but I'm getting used to it. I had a hard time when I first started with it, but this tank is working well for me. So I'm going to have more information later tonight. I'm going to do another video, just me playing the premiums that have been gift tanked to me. But thank you so much. So for Mitsu for giving me the CDC, Chasseur de Char, Chaussier. And then also the T54 mod. I'm making money now because these tanks are fun to play, and they're actually much better than the old school like T34-3s and those type of premium tanks. Even though they were fun because they had preferential matchmaking, these tanks are actually fun to play. They can get in the battle. They can actually do damage and be, I feel like, much more of a threat than your standard. You know, aside from the IS-6, of course, but then the Luva or the T-34 or I said the Luva already. It's one of those days. The T-34-3. These are just better tanks, and so that's very exciting. Now they don't get the pref matchmaking, but I'm okay with that because they're capable tanks, and they kind of see what the other tanks in the same tier see. So. Anyway, that's the news for World of Tanks right now. I'm going to be showing you Farm Sim now, so if you're into Farm Sim and World of Warships, we're going to jump over there. All right, we are out here in England on Coldborough Farm with my English tractor and my Soviet Forge harvester. Season 3 is going to be starting very soon for the Tractor Simulator. I have been working on this farm, and we're at the end of day 1 here. As you can see, the sun is going down, and I've been working hard. And we're going to have a video series doing this. Evelyn and Seth are joining me again here and there. You know what? I think the server thing is kind of dead at this point. We've had people come in and play for a little bit and then jump out. And even when I got my clan involved, there's 2 of us that have clan servers. I'd say people are on maybe once a month. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. I think maybe what the solution is going to be is that eventually, maybe in the fall, because I'm busy right now, but I'm going to have a Twitch channel started. Where I do live streaming. At that point, people that are coming in live will be invited to be on the farm. So if you have a copy of the Farm Sim and want to download the mods that I'm using for my Twitch live stream, we will have a farm together. And during those live streams is the time when we'll be farming together. So hopefully that'll attract more people and get people that are going to stay. And no offense to the guys that have come in and left. You're still my friends. And I'm glad that you were part of what we were doing. But I just think, you got to build a community, and unfortunately, I have not had the chance yet to get TeamSpeak working. However, and this is another piece of news that I wanted to share. My friend Curtis is the local cable manager. He's got 100 down and I think 50 up or something like that, or maybe it's 10 up. I don't know. It's some crazy number. I think my server is like 2.5 up, 2.5 gigabyte or megabytes up. His is going to be 10 up, so he's literally 4 times faster than I am. my farm server sim, he's got the farm server too. We're gonna move it over to his house, and he's gonna host the server at his house with his amazing connection. And then we are going to also have a TeamSpeak server that we'll be hosting. So, so we're gonna have fun on there, and I think that that's something that in the future we're gonna be doing. It probably, like I said, will not happen until after the summer's over, possibly even the fall, because I've got a really booked out summer season, and it goes until, I want to say, at least the end of October. We have weddings booked, so it's going to be a crazy summer for us. So as I said earlier in my personal update, so here it is, Coldborough Farm, and like I said, season 3 is coming out. I've got the first 2 episodes episodes produced and ready to go. So thank you for watching this stuff. I know there's not a ton of you that watch this, but I'm going to keep making the videos, and you know what? They're relaxing for people to watch, and I got friends that are starting to watch them now too, because they are getting into the game, and so I'm going to just keep making these videos. So, ready? World of Warships. All right, so episode 5 will be coming out shortly of the World of Warships. After that, I don't know if there's going to be a whole ton of videos until I start getting to be a better player, because I'm really not doing a good job representing. And that said, I've only got, I think, maybe 40, 45 games, so I've got a long way to go. It's a learning curve for sure. I want to be a good player before I start, dumping videos out there about how I suck. So, which has kind of been the theme in the last 4 videos. The 5th one wasn't as bad, but yeah. So we are at the Omaha and the Nicholas, which you'll see in the 5th video, and also the Miyogi, which is not in the 5th video because I was still driving the Kawachi before this, so, or Kawachi, or however you say it. So yeah, this is a fun game. I'm really enjoying it, but I don't. Like I said, World of Tanks still takes up my primary amount of time, but I do get a jonesing for this game. And I'll tell you what, like I think Wednesday I was sitting downstairs and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to play World of Warships, and I ended up playing for 3 or 4 hours. So I am getting sucked into this game. I do like it, and it is a lot of fun. Definitely worthwhile. I'm glad I bought into the and in fact, I'm thinking of even possibly eventually purchasing the other 2 ships, maybe buying that $70 pack. I'll tell you what, if I don't get my YouTube money and time to buy the 4 tanks from World of Tanks, I'll end up buying the $70 pack for this one that includes the Sims, and I'll get the gold for the Sims, and that way I can get another one of these premiums, maybe the Atlanta or something, with the gold that I have once they reset. So we'll see. That it's all up in the air right now, but yeah, that's what's going on in World of Warships. Still love the Sims. Great ships. It's so fast. Albany, not so much, but the Nicholas and the Omaha, I'm enjoying both. I'm not great with the Nicholas. You'll see in the video. These destroyers are hard to run, As they get bigger guns, though, they get better, but you need to be able to really keep moving with these things, and I screw up sometimes. The Omaha, I'm really digging it, though. I really like the Omaha. So, all right, guys, be sure to subscribe. Have a great night. Thank you for watching this news update, and hopefully it had information in there that you wanted to hear. I will see you guys around. Spin Tires is kind of over with. I do have an episode that I'll be releasing soon. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Construction Sim, Euro Truck Simulator, I'm enjoying that game, but I don't play it much. As long as I have the Farm Sim and World of Tanks and World of Warships, that pretty much takes up all of my free time. So, I mean, I've got games like Borderlands 2 that I've put maybe, 2 to 3 hours in that I totally want to finish, but I don't know that I'll ever have time to do it, so... But as long as they're Steam, those games will exist. So hopefully at some point I'll get them done. Let's see, where should I go? Ooh, Cromwell B. There's one. And he's in Tier 8, so... Well, let's see, it's a Tier 6 tank. Yeah, so no pref matchmaking. Like the little star on the back. It's a pretty cool looking tank. Everybody says, why shouldn't I get one?
Let's get this show on the
if I was to really pick one that I wanted, it would be the Cromwell B, because I already have the IS and I've already got the T-34. This tank is awesome. I mean, look at this. I'm keeping up with the VK. Now he's going to overtake me because I got to slow down to not going where he's going. He's crazy. Too many guys are going this way. I might have to swing over, though. What was that? Really? That's how you drove the Cromwell B. seeing these? Are they on their side? No, they're on their side, so Panther 2. Whoops, miss. Miss. Monsieur and Madame. Now this has great gun depression, but I'm pushing it to the limits. I need to get my head down a little bit.
Critical hit.
Oh, with 212 penetration, yeah. That happens to me a lot with those scouts.
Penetration.
Come on, guys, reload. There we go.
Gotcha.
And showing once again the awesomeness of this gun. And the bounces. And that is a French thing. I find that the French guns do tend to bounce a lot of shots. They do. VK, get out of there. What are you doing? See, you just kept pushing because you're fast, but you shouldn't have pushed. These guys are interesting. Oh, KV2 is my nemesis. Gotta keep that KV2 busy. T25's got a good position there.
Enemy armor is hit.
Oh, brother. What was that? Oh, the VK. Well. Oh! He's looking right at me. Of course he's looking right at me. I'm the only thing here. Oh, brother. Oh, Arthur. Don't hit the ground. Come on. Oh, and it left. 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 Right. Left. So I watched Full Metal Alchemist with my kids, and they had that song, the "To the left, to the left, we'll fight to the end," and I really loved the chorus of that song. And then I heard the whole song, and the rest of the song kind of sucks.
Enemy armor
I was
is
like,
destroyed.
I don't like this song. Oh, miss your miss. Miss your patty cakes. I gotta wait till it aims all the way. Move your little VK. Unrequited love. My bullet wanted to find his face, but sadly he was executed before I could do my violent things. Yeah, this tank, we get along. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Because it's a medium tank, but it's like the size of a horse. House. Horse, house, what's the difference, right? Tiger P is pretty much doomed. Oh. Go ahead and cap Pershing, because that's probably all you're going to do speed-wise. I need to get where I'm a little bit safer. This Panther's coming out. They know I'm here. Yeah, it's a little difficult with the not-so-good crew, but I'm doing okay. This is going to be a bad one. I'm going to go over the top. The Lorraine pegged him in the butt. He's like, oh, what was that? Uh-huh.
We need to get these guys in the picture. Man, my wife made hot dogs. I can smell them. I'm getting hungry.
We didn't even
Oh,
start them.
whatever. Oh, that's not good. He did. Somehow he still got me.
We didn't penetrate their
Of course you
armor.
didn't. It's because it's a French gun. It always does half that. Oh, we won. Yep, we're going to get along. I wasn't the top scorer. Come on. Hey, still, not bad for the first battle and a 75% crew. Once again, thank you, Mitsu. This thing is awesome. Have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe.